This week on Cribs, we head to the land of real estate with Trulia, an online hub for home buyers and sellers. Trulia is centrally located right next to SF's major transportation hub, the Transbay Terminal, and boasts a nature-inspired design. I met up with Jeff McConathy, Trulia's VP of Engineering, to check out the new space.
So this is one of our floors where people are actually doing work, we hope. You'll see some common elements. We have about 6 floors in this building. And we try to really make it a connection to home, because Trulia is a place for people to find a place to live.
Yeah, I see there's
So here we have a bunch of old keys that we gathered. Different floors have door handles or different window panes, things like that. So we try to break up each floor to be a little bit different. So this is a brand new building, and we had a blank slate. We were trying to figure out what are we going to do with this space and how can we make it really cool and unique for us. And we had this concept of taking our logo and sort of plopping it right where the elevators come out, and that formed a circle. We have a map marker in our logo. And then we started to brainstorm more, and we were like, well, maybe that's like a circular trunk of a tree. And then we went with this sort of tree theme where we created some concentric circles coming out away from the elevators. So you'll see when we look at some of the desks, they're all kind of spiraling out in these different angles and shapes. And then it really set the palette for natural colors and just a really cool place that feels like home. This is actually the only Platinum LEED certified building in San Francisco, which I didn't know what that meant, but it actually means it's the most energy efficient building that's in San Francisco right now.
Trulia's 80,000 square foot office spans a number of floors, but its nest-like floor plan has an intimate feel. Each space provides natural soundproofing to maintain a calm work environment. You'll also notice mother's rooms, library nooks, and coffee machines on every floor.
Tell me a little bit about work culture. What happens around here?
A lot. I guess I could start with sort of the hours people come in. So we tend to have, as most engineering-led companies do, the engineers tend to come in a little bit later, work a little bit later. People that have families maybe come in earlier and leave earlier. We have this principle that we've had since we started the company of a very flexible work schedule. So if somebody needs to work from home, they got to pick up a family member at the airport or go to the dentist, totally okay. In fact, it even goes to our vacation policy where we have unlimited time off. We don't accrue vacation, we just take time off when you need it. And our philosophy is treat people like grown-ups and they'll behave like grown-ups. So that's really cool, and really a big emphasis on us is like the family work-life balance and making sure people want to work here for the long term.
What's the turnover like here? Do people stay here a while?
Yeah, I've actually been here for 10 years, and we have a lot of people that are in that same group. Obviously, I was one of the first employees, so there's not many people older than me. But compared to other companies in San Francisco, our turnover rate is super small. And people stay here because basically our emphasis is on hiring people that other people want to work with. We actually have a no assholes policy, so it's one of the check boxes. If you're an asshole, don't bother applying at Trulia. But it's important because as you're working with people on a day-to-day basis, this becomes a part of your extended family. And so we really push on that and make sure that we're hiring the right type of people.
I also noticed that it's really tight spaces. How do you get people to interact with each other?
Well, we use the stairs a lot. We have a lot of meetings where we'll centrally book meetings in different spaces to kind of force people to move around. And actually one of the core principles when we were designing the space was to have most of our amenities, most of our food and everything else up on the 7th floor. And that requires everyone to kind of get out of their chair, get upstairs, and that gives them a chance to socialize with people from the other floors.
The 7th floor is where Trulians come for fancy espressos, beer kegs, and whatever else they want to quench their thirst. You can see on this floor and others that Trulia has put an effort into making its work environment feel a bit like coming home.
So this is our 7th floor open space that I was talking about. This is where our big corporate events happen, where we have lunch, where we have fun, where we hang out, where we drink beer. And it has these amazing views that sort of are panoramic around Soma. So you can see our logo kind of fills up the window and everyone sees that when they're crossing the Bay Bridge. And then behind us we have this really interesting giant construction project going on, the Transbay Terminal, which when this is finished, we're going to actually be looking out over a 5-acre park that's built up right at our eye level. So there's going to be grass and trees and a concert venue. So we're really looking forward to that, and that's going to make us so that we're within a block of BART, a block of Muni, a block of all the AC Transit, and eventually I think Caltrain is also supposed to come in here. So we really picked this location, so we're in a central hub for easy transport.
That makes sense for a real estate startup to pick a really prime
Yeah,
area of
you
real
know, they
estate.
say it's location, location, location.
Do you have any commuter perks?
We do, yeah. We actually give people free BART passes. We pay for parking for people that can't ride BART, and we also pay for even expenses on maintaining your bike.
Wow.
Yeah.
This seems like a really fun place to work.
It's totally awesome. I love it here.
Yeah, thanks for meeting with me.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah.
It's really nice having you.